today I'm going to do a really short little painting. I'm trying out a new setup here. I'm going to be doing something like this, a few simple flowers in a very tiny style. I'm going to use a piece of 5x7 watercolour paper from MEEDEN. This is cold press, £140, and I'm going to mask out the centre just so that I don't go too big. So I'm going to take some masking tape and I'll just make a rough rectangle around the outside here. I don't want to take too long over this because we do want to get started with the painting. And for the painting, I'm going to use a little tiny travel set, traditional sort from Daler Rowney, not the untraditional sort from other people. So there we are, there's our rectangle, doesn't matter which way up it goes. And I'm going to paint in the centre of that, I think, if I can just get it right. Well, that'll do. Anyway, so this is the little travel set, which is from Daler Rowney. Very small, it's called the Aqua Fine. These are the colours it has in it. As you can see, I have used it. It comes with a brush, but I won't use that. And I've got here, my brushes will be a size 5 and a size 7 round. And I've got a fine liner here for the detail, bringing the colours into the shape of flowers, which I've done there. So I've got a palette here, which is just something I picked up in a charity shop. That was a lucky find. Happens occasionally, doesn't it? Now, the first thing I do with this particular little painting, which I'm copying my own work, is I find some blue that I like. That's ultramarine, so we'll start off with ultramarine. I'm going to use it really, really weak in the background here. And we'll just put in some very, very light washes. And just very, very pale. Paler on one side than the other. So something like that. And then we will blend into that some green. And we don't have too much choice with our colours here, which is a really good thing. In order to make that green into a softer green without going all limey and so on, we just add yellow ochre. Not one of these bright yellows, but yellow ochre and a tiny dab of ultramarine. And then we'll just wash that in the background there. Any old towel, really. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the one you're copying, and so therefore yours doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine. Make it just a little light wash there down to the bottom of the paper. And then later we'll come in with some slightly darker green. But just before we do that, I'll just drop in, let's just make just a tiny bit of darker. That's rattling, isn't it? I'm going to put that on there. Stop that rattling. And we'll come back to that dark green later. Just drop in just a few little dabs of that there prior to coming back with some really dark ones. Now, notice that we haven't taken the sky all the way up to the top. I'm just going to soften that edge a little bit. I might just add a little tiny bit more blue up top here because this one is a little bit taller than my original. I had in mind, these are tiny paintings, right? They might be something that you would send to somebody as a tiny little gift. Or, I don't know, just a tiny little frame or something like that. Now, the next thing, I need to remove that. The next thing is to put in the yellow flowers. And we'll go here, which is a kind of cadmium yellow, quite bright. And I'm just going to soften that a little bit with a tiny dab of, this is vermilion, I think. So, oops. So we'll pick that up and we'll put in some flowers. I'm not too bothered about the shape. Make some of them a little bit more rounded than others. And change the colours slightly. Put one down here. And a little bit more orange. And we'll put one over here. And let's put one up here. You could make your page quite full of these colours if you wanted to, the flower colours, or you can just do something really, just a hint. So now we'll pick up some red. This is alizarin crimson or something similar to that. And we'll go back to our ultramarine in order to create a mauve. like that. You can put a little bit more blue and a little bit more red to make it more purpley, if you like. So let's put a purple one here. You can slacken that off a little bit to make it a bit lighter. Remember, with watercolour, the way you make things lighter is to add more water. Put one down here. These ones have run rather beautifully, and I might add, once they're dry, I might add a little bit more colour in the centres to those ones there. And let's have some purple down here. It doesn't take very long for the paint to dry here in Cyprus because it's so hot. But you will inevitably never completely copy the painting that you did before, no matter how hard you might try. Now I'm just going to spatter in a little bit of colour using my brush and just tapping like that. And then soon it'll be dry enough down there to come back in and do some leaves. I don't have a hairdryer handy, so I'm not going to try to do that. But maybe while we're waiting for it to dry, I'll have another look at this with you. You can see that we've got more than one layer of wash down here. We started with a very pale wash, and then I went in with a slightly darker one, and then I flicked in the grasses to indicate grass down the bottom of the painting. And then I took my fine liner, and the one I'm using, if I can find it, here it is a 0.1. So that's the finest I have, and that gives a nice fine line, and probably won't be quite so clear on the paper I'm using from MEEDEN because that's slightly rougher. This is an Artex little baby sketchbook here, and the paper in these Artex ones is quite nice actually. They're not probably the cheapest on the market. Oh, look, I've prepared a page there. But they are nice paper and they do work. It's quite a professional finish, I think. Anyway, so let's see, maybe we can put our dark green in at the bottom there. Maybe I'll go to my slightly smaller brush and just flick in some grass here and there, hither and thither. And then, as I said, when that's dry, we can put in some slightly darker still grasses going up to the top. Now, let's see, that might be dry enough now to emphasize that yellow. These Daler Rowney paints are very convenient. They're so small, and yet you can mix any colour you like from those basic 10. So, quite remarkable. You don't need 120 different colours. And add a little bit of orange, vermilion, to give me a nice orange. Make that a little bit stronger here. A little bit in here, perhaps a little bit in that one. And then we've got this one here, so we'll go back to the yellow. And maybe tiny bit more purple here. Oh yes, and there's that one there. And we want some pale pink. I'm just going to put some little sort of buds in the spaces. I need another one down here. Okay, that's still wet. So the next thing we'll do is begin with the pen, I think. And this is where, that's actually still a bit wet. So let's try this one here. And I'm not going to go too accurate within the shape that I've drawn, but we'll just bring the stem down a little bit. And this one is still wet, so we can't really do that yet. That one's dry. So just give your petals a little bit of life there. If you want to practice this, first of all, on a, on a spare piece of paper, because if you've never done it before, it's not that easy. I mean, it's not hard, but the first time you do it, of course, it will feel a little bit strange, just to be kind of so loose, if you see what I mean. Bring these leaves, the stems down. It doesn't matter if they cross over. In fact, it's better if they do. Okay, now we need to put our slightly darker leaves down here. So if we want to mix some more of that, we'll go with a bit more green, a bit more of the yellow ochre, and a bit of blue. I think, with the exception of one that's missing, this one here and this one here, let's do those ones. You could leave some of them blank, of course, and just let them be just the little blobs, but yeah, I think that's okay. So that was a very quick, make a good birthday card. You could play around with it and do it a few different ways. And I'll just put in the bottom here some scratchy pen lines down the bottom to give it what you could call a sort of firm base to stand on. So the next thing to do, of course, is take off the masking tape, which has held me within my space, because I guarantee if I didn't do that, I would be all over the place. Could make a nice bookmark, actually, if you did it a little taller. So that was basically just a warm-up for me, and hope you enjoyed that simple little painting, kind of thing that anyone can do as a warm-up. Easy, don't need many colours, and you don't need any skill whatsoever. It's an easy peasy little painting. So I'll let you go. I'll see you again soon, and take care, everyone. Do lots of painting. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.